go, first time. Into turn 3. Chad Stevens with the green, ready to go as Clayton brings the field down. First round of qualifying for the night, and we're off. Kevin Clayton hammers it and pulls away. Blackmore has some problems and can't get off the mark quickly. He starts to pick it up now. It's Clayton, Davis, Smith, DeRozier, and Lashaway. Kevin Clayton in the 1 on the outside. Here comes Ron Smith. Smith pushes it hard into turn 3, and out of 4, he'll take the lead. Blackmore has recovered and starts working his way up through the pack on the outside. Chafee in trouble as they shuffle the deck behind your leader, Ron Smith. Clayton hangs on. Davis on the inside. DeRozier works the outside. Closing in on the halfway mark. Davis looks underneath Clayton. He's going to try to go for second. Off the corner. He's got it. It'll be Davis, Clayton, DeRozier, Lashaway in the Volkswagen, holds on and moves up. Blackmore finds a quick way underneath, behind Lashaway. Davis, Lashaway, Blackmore now as they work down the backstretch. Almost took it 3 wide into turn 3. Davis hanging on, but Blackmore's working the inside. Comes off turn 2 and has second place. 1 lap left now for Ron Smith, Kevin Blackmore, Jason Davis, Rick DeRozier, and Chris Lashaway, Kevin Clayton, Dwayne Cody, and Billy Chafee. Now on the backstretch. Here's your winner, Smith in the deuce. Blackmore picks up second, but look at DeRozier comes up quickly. Takes third, fourth goes to Lashaway. Davis goes back to fifth, and it's Clayton, Cody, and Chafee. They're off, and here they come, looking for the green. Pollard gets it right. Rounding out the field, the 4 is Anaki. The 62, Charlie Lawrence, the 0, the 8 ball, Paul Foyner, and the 0 is Ray Connors. Pollard leads. Hasbrook and Alexander trail. Darrell Pollard takes it off turn 2. Chris Hasbrook works up the outside and takes over second. Alexander to third, DeWitt Davis fourth, and Alan Anaki is fifth. Fournier goes sixth, seventh is Lawrence, and the 8th car is Connor in the 0. Anaki trying to get cranked up on the outside, as that BMW will do. Alexander battles for third now. Here comes Anaki, starting to challenge for fourth. Halfway, it's still Pollard, Hasbrook, Alexander, Davis, and Anaki. Fournier. Whoa, Pollard bobbles badly and almost gives up the lead. Hasbrook tucks the Toyota down inside, and it's a battle for the lead down the backstretch. Pollard inches ahead going into 3. Hasbrook holds the low line. They've got 2 to go. Pollard trying to drop the nose low and regain position. White flag, 1 lap now. Hasbrook, Pollard, and Alexander. Fournier moving up on the inside of Anaki. Been making steady improvement all season. Going to be a good finish. Here comes Pollard down low. Coming for the checkers. Pollard and Hasbrook side by side. Pollard, Hasbrook, Alexander, Davis, Fournier, Anaki. Then it's Lawrence and Connors. Drivers bring the field around. Green flag is out.
And at the line, it's Swan as Rogers gets out of shape. Spins off turn 4 with the 89. Off of turn 2, Swan leads Morin. Cashman runs in third. Zellman and Zielinski battle for that 4th spot. They've been coming on real strong in recent weeks, so keep an eye on those two cars. Off turn 4 to the line for lap number 1. Car number 74, Swan, leads him on the inside. Here comes Cashman up high, and on the back straightaway, he takes the lead with the 17X. Morton gets sandwiched going into turn number 3 as we've got him tight. Coming off the turn, Swan again is a little bit crossed up. As now Travis Block and Morton will work their way around Swan. And up front it's Cashman. Zellman tucks in for second with the 22. Now Morton and Block come together once again. Swan tags Block, and we've got cars all over the racetrack in turn 4. Scott Zielinski able to get through it all, moves up to 4th with the number 7. And looks to the inside of Morton now. Block and Swan battling tight for the 5th spot. Joe Zellman looking for a way to get around Cashman now as they go through turns 1 and 2 and coming off turn 2. Cashman holds the lead. Zielinski is right there to contend with car number 7. He puts the 7 down low behind Cashman, looking for a line off turn 4. Into turn 1, it's still Cashman. Zellman holds that 2nd spot on the high side. Suddenly Cashman gets loose, and they'll move by. Zellman ends up taking the lead with Zielinski unable to get through. He'll hold 3rd. 2 laps to go this time, and it's now Zellman, as Cashman will try to hold off Zielinski for that 2nd spot. Zielinski will move by on the high side. Diving into turn 3, looking to catch Zellman. He's got 1 lap to do it. As now Block takes the 4th spot, Morton takes 5th, and Muka holds 6th over Hersey. Here they come, down for the checkered flag, and your winner is Joe Zellman, car number 22. Bob Bizzaio from Irving, Massachusetts. Here they come. Green is out. Stevens and LaRoche come off the turn, and it's Stevens heading for turn number 1 with the lead. Car number 18. Now, LaRoche gets into Corliss a little bit. Stevens, third tracks it coming off turn 2, and they'll go 4 wide for the lead in turn number 3. Pachowski way up high, and in the middle, LaRoche, Corliss, and Stevens continues to lead the way with car number 18. Through turns 1 and 2, it's still Stevens. Now LaRoche has moved back into the 2nd spot, and he'll challenge on the outside. Stevens tries to hold, gets a little bit tight into the turn, and here comes Corliss back down low with the 11, and at the line, he has the lead spot, and again, they go 3 wide for the lead in turn number 1. Here comes John Mallett moving up the low side with a 97, as they continue to dice it up 4 wide, going down into that turn. Mallett down low has the lead with the 97, and Corliss will move up to 2nd. Great move on the part of Mallett, but now we've got a 3-car battle for 2nd. Corliss will edge out. LaRoche on the high side. Stevens gets shuffled back to 6th now with car number 18. Halfway markers out. LaRoche gets sideways. He and Corliss go down through the infield as now Johnston puts the number 2 in the number 2 position. Great move there. LaRoche back to 3rd. Drew is up to 4th, and Pachowski, who was once a contender in that 4-wide battle, is 5th now in the 37. 6th is Stevens, 7th is Cram, 8th is now Corliss, who drops off the pace. That will move Barnard up a notch, as well as Bizzaio. Mallett way out in front with the 97 with 2 laps to go now as he comes off turn number 4. Bill Johnston in that 2nd spot. Real good season for car number 2. He's had several top 5 finishes this year. And Bobby LaRoche holds 3rd over Steve Drew. This time, white flag out for Mallett. Mallett, Johnston, and LaRoche and Drew now battle for position number 3. Off turn number 4, down to take the win, John Mallett in car 97. Great race there. Excellent. A lot of action, and John Mallett comes away with the win with the 9.
Tonight, at least this year at Monadnock, Here they come. 10 laps of qualifying for tonight's 100-lap Winston 100. Weaver and Alsop into turn 2. Alsop takes the high line. Weaver holds it down the backstretch. Weaver, look out. Beckwith goes up the banking and opens the door underneath. Beckwith goes high, and Batchelor, Rugg, and Stockel go underneath. It's Weaver, Alsop, Batchelor, Rugg, Stockel, and Fiandaca. Beckwith pushes hard up turn 2, and Fiandaca moves up. Weaver holds the lead. Bats had to qualify through the consies a lot. He didn't want to do it again tonight. Here comes Batchelor to take over second. It's Weaver, Batchelor, Alsop, Rugg, and Stockel. Fiandaca in the 135 is on the bubble. The bubble car is Fiandaca. Battle for the lead into turn 3. Batchelor down low. Weaver trying to hang in there. Bat stays right with him and drops the nose to hold second. Working on lap 6. Lead cars, the top 6, are in the race. The remainder of the field's going to have to go through the consi. 3 to go. Batchelor, Weaver, Alsop, Rugg, Stockel, Fiandaca. 2 laps to go. Beckwith and Harrison are going to have to hustle to catch Fiandaca if they want to move up. 1 lap left. Look out, Stockel pulls high. And the bubble car becomes the 60 of Beckwith. Bob Stockel in trouble. Opens the door for Jeff Beckwith. The winner will be Batchelor, Weaver, Alsop, Rugg, Fiandaca, and Beckwith. Cody, Harrison, Sawyer, Payne, and Stockel will have to go to the consolation round. Your qualify 10 laps. Prue leads them down. Here they come. Kevin Prue quickly off the mark. Russo gets underneath Salzarulo. Salzarulo takes him off turn 2. Russo and Salzarulo for second. They charge into turn 4, and it's going to be Russo for second, Salzarulo third, Karen fourth. Then Rollins, Marquis, Mayette, Karen, Knight, Batchelor, and Steigels. Little bump by Rollins into the side of Salzarulo. Russo going for the lead now. Gets Prue up high. It's Russo with the lead. Karen second. Prue third. Rollins fourth. Marquis fifth. Karen sixth. Then Salzarulo, Knight, and Mayette, Batchelor, and trailing is Steigels. Here they come. Kevin Prue caught on the outside going backwards. The bubble car is Punky Karen in a 121. Russo, Karen, Rollins, Marquis, Karen, and Prue. Kevin Prue gets bumped back to the bubble position. He's running sixth, last man to make it in. Salzarulo and Knight begin to bear down. Knight dives underneath Salzarulo, makes contact. Batchelor pulls the 77 out. Salzarulo doesn't give ground and Knight goes nowhere. Bubble still belongs to Kevin Prue in the 48. Karen and Marquis battle for fifth as Punky works the outside, moves up behind Rollins. 2 laps to go. Karen picks off another one going into 3. Runs to the outside off 4. Karen and Marquis start working the outside behind Russo and Karen. Kevin Prue trying to hang on to that final spot. Here comes the field. It's Brusso, Karen, Rollins, Marquis. Boom. And there goes the Sausarulo motor. Sausarulo's day is done. Here's your winner, Mike Brusso, Craig Karen, Punky Karen, Marquis, Rollins, and Kevin Prue. By it, Knight, Sausarulo, Bachelor, and Steigels will all have to go to the consolation round. It sounds like the Ignition 4 to go to the consolation round to qualify for 4 remaining positions. Here they come. Green is out. Drug, Mallory, Colson, and Boniface run wheel to wheel. Gonna be a tight one. Now here comes Colson up the inside. Boniface gets tapped. Little bumper thumping going on back in the pack. They all want to get in on the first round. Boniface is on the bubble in the 27. Here comes Whipple inside Mallory. Can't quite make the move. Whipple and Boniface race together at Claremont. They know what's going on, and Boniface wants to move up. Here comes Rusty Ball. It's Drug, Colson, Goodenough, Mallory, Whipple. Boniface in the 6th position. Works up inside Whipple. Can't do it. On the outside, Rusty Ball trying to make the move. Whipple has the power down the chutes, not quite handling in the corners yet. Halfway, coming up. Here's Boniface trying to make the outside move on Whipple. Look out, there goes the 10 for Knight. Will Knight bring out the first caution of the afternoon? Yes, he will. He will not move it. There's the caution. That will bunch up an already bunched up field. It's Drug, Goodenough, Colson. I think that'll go back to Drug, Colson, Goodenough. Mallory, Whipple, the bubble car is the 27 of Boniface. He's 6th. Rusty Ball, Roger Raymond trying to take it away. Top 6, 5 in the books. Man in the bubble is Boniface in the 27. Here they come. Boniface. Colson. Colson trying to take that lead away from Drug. Drug says, no way, I'm holding on here. Druggy and Colson down to the line to complete lap 6. It'll be Drug. Rob Goodenough slides underneath. Mallory gets into the back of Colson. That opens the door for Whipple. Here comes Ball. Mallory gets pushed back, and Boniface is out of the picture. Boniface uses the little bumper to move up behind Rusty, and Jim is back on the bubble position. Mallory caught on the outside. Here comes Boniface inside Ball. And Boniface and Ball for 6th. Up front, it's Drug, Goodenough, Whipple, and Colson. 1 lap to go. Who's going to make it in? Here comes Roger Raymond. Roger Raymond doesn't want to qualify. Look out, Raymond gets tapped by Mallory. Druggy has some problems. Here they come. It's going to be Goodenough's win. Whipple 2nd, Boniface 3rd, Drug, followed by Colson and Ball. Ball is the 6th man in to qualify. Raymond, Patnode, Mallory, and Knight will have to qualify through the consolation round.
Tech Oldsmobile rounding out the field, driving the number 3. Green flag, this time as Simon leads him off of turn number 4, down into turn number 1. Coming off the turn, he moves up to the high groove. Kirk Alexander moves down low on Fitzgerald and takes 2nd. As now, Glenn Brio and Ed Stone are moving at a freight train to the front of the field. Brio up the inside takes position number 3, and Stone will move up to 4th now. Alexander moves in on Simus in a battle for the lead. Here comes Stone up the low side with the 11 now. He plugs in for 3rd, moves to the inside of Alexander, and looks to take 2nd. He's got it. Now heads to the inside of Simus. And into turns 3 and 4, coming off the turn, new leader, it's Ed Stone. Ed Stone, Kevin Simus, Kirk Alexander, Roger Shepard, Glenn Brio. your top 5. Now Alexander moves in, tags Stymus. Stymus gets a little crossed up, but holds on. Now Alexander will move into position number 2. Stymus falls to 3rd. Here comes Roger Shepard down low in the 34. It's Stone out in front. Kirk Alexander now running 2nd. Shepard down low on Stymus and a battle for 3rd. Barry Gray is off the pace in the 29. A problem there. Tough break for Gray, but it's really no big deal. Everybody qualifies, and Gray, of course, automatically transferring into our feature event. Ed Stone, Kirk Alexander. Now Roger Shepard has moved to 3rd, and Kevin Stymus runs 4th. Holding off Glenn Brio, Al Fitzgerald, and the number 91 of Frank Bergeron. 2 laps to go for Ed Stone. Battle for 2nd on the racetrack between Alexander and Shepard. Shepard moving up nicely in car number 34. White is out. White flag. 1 lap to go for Stone. Here comes Shepard down low, but can't quite make the move stick as they head into turn number 3. Alexander gives him the room. Stone in for the win. Alexander takes 2nd. Here they come, looking for the green. Bateman holds them off. Bateman, Ball, Marquis, and Avery down the backstretch. Look out, Ball in trouble, makes contact with Avery. And it'll be Bateman, Marquis, Jarvis to the front. Then moving up into 19, it's Bachelor, Ball on the outside. Avery moves behind him, and then Townsend. Ball trying to come back on the outside, flies down the back front chute and takes over 4th. The battle up front. Bateman trying to hold off Marquis, gets the inside. Marquis will have the lead next time. Marquis, Bateman, and Jarvis, they all let off early. Marquis takes the lead. Bateman slides back to 3rd. Ball 4th. Then it's Avery on the outside, gets a good run off turn 4 for 5th. Moving up on the halfway mark now. It's Marquis leading. Jarvis, Bateman, Ball. Bachelor running well against Avery, trying to hold his own in the new car. Marquis slides in a little hard. Here's Jarvis. Jarvis gets inside Marquis. They run wheel-to-wheel on turn 2 down the backstretch. It's going to be Jarvis. Marquis in hard. Jarvis on the gas and takes the lead. Bateman 3rd. Ball running in 4th now. Avery 5th. Bachelor 6th. We've got 2 laps to go. 2 to go now. Jarvis, Marquis, Bateman, Ball. Avery, Bachelor, and Townsend. Townsend running a strong race today. White flag, 1 lap, and Jarvis opens it up. A good run for Ball, wants to get 1 more spot. Trouble in turn 2, spinning at the checkers, it's Townsend. The winner is Jarvis. Marquis 2nd, Bateman 3rd, then it's Ball, Avery, and Bachelor, your top 6 and qualifiers. Ready to go, here they come. Monteith and Rudolph, here's the green. Monteith takes the lead down the back straightaway. Rudolph, Pinkham, and Kennedy. Houghton up the outside in the 3. Stone down low in the 94. Kirby Monteith, only bad luck this year, would like to pick up a win today. Monteith, Rudolph, Pinkham, Kennedy, Stone, and
Small, Houghton and Byrne. Coming up, Monteith having a fairly easy time of it. Monteith, Rudolph, Pinkham, and Kennedy. Stoney getting it squared away. Small on the bubble. Laps winding down. Pinkham trying to hold that Kennedy off. Kennedy all over his bumper, just waiting for an opening. 2 laps to go now. 2 to go for Monteith, Rudolph rather, Pinkham and Kennedy. Kennedy gets Pinkham up high and can't get underneath. Here comes Kennedy looking for that 3rd spot at the white flag. He's got it. Monteith will come down to take the checkers. It'll be Monteith, Rudolph, Kennedy, Pinkham, Stone, Small, and Houghton, followed by Byrne. John Byrne in the 14, the last.
It's Lebanon, New Hampshire driver Mike Steigels. We're set for the Pro Stock qualifying consolation event. 4 cars make the move to the Winston 100 as Mayette gets considerably out of shape heading off of turn number 4, and his chance is lowered considerably as Pat Node gets tagged and goes around. A little game of bumper tag played at the start, and yellow is out. You can tell they're real eager. Mayette got way loose right off the bat coming off of turn 4 at the start, and all the shuffling going on. It looked like 2 cars tried to go for the same hole, and I believe the 71 of Arison was one. Cody and Mayette now down the back straightaway, and this time we look for a green. Green flag is out. Cody, Mayette, Raymond, and Arison. Mayette gets a much better start this time off the grid. And down into turn number 1, Cody on the inside. Mayette looks to challenge up high with the number 95, as Roger Raymond is right there with Arison, and Robin Mowry is just 1 spot out. Now off of turn number 4 and down into turn 1, Mayette, great run on the high side, will take the lead with the number 95, as Roger Raymond, we know he's really fixing to qualify with a 62 on the high side of Cody. He'll move into the 2nd spot. Now Nate Arison looks to make the same move with the 71. We've got trouble off of turn number 4, a hard hit into the wall for Bruce Batchelder Jr., but he is able to pull away. So we'll bring the field under yellow flag. 3, Rick Payne, Dave Knight, Todd Patnote, Mike Steigels, Gary Knight, and Bruce Batchelder round out the field. Green flag is back out. Mayette and Raymond lead them off of turn 4. Arison moves up to 3rd. Cody back to the bubble spot now. The GW3 runs in the 4th and final qualifying spot. Not anymore, as he and Lonnie Sawyer come together on the back straightaway. And the yellow flag comes back out. Okay. Nate Arison, Robin Mowry, now in qualifying spots. Green flag is out, and off the turn, Mayette and Raymond head side by side now down through turn 22, and off of turn 2, Raymond moves out in front, and hopefully Mayette will be able to stick right with him and get into tonight's special event. Nate Arison and Robin Mowry would also like to, of course, get into tonight's feature, and they're holding on to 3rd and 4th now. Rick Payne drops off the pace with the number 29. He was running as high as 5th, and now looks to pull into the infield. Raymond, Mayette, Arison, and Mowry. Dave Knight is 5th. Gary Knight is 6th. They are 1 and 2 spots out of qualifying, and pretty far ways back from Mallory, but there's still time. 5 laps complete, 5 to go. We're at the halfway mark, and it's Raymond, Mayette, Harrison, Mallory, the 2 Knights, 5th and 6th. Pat Node having a pretty good run here with the Pro Stocks in 7th. And now Gary Knight passes Dave and moves up to 5th. Yeah, that'll put him 1 spot out of qualifying. Mayette and Harrison run all alone 2nd and 3rd. They pull away from Robin Mallory, who continues to hold on to the 4th and final qualifying position. Less than 2 laps to go for Raymond in the number 62. White flag for the field. Raymond in the 62 will take the win in the qualifying consolation event. There you have it for qualifying Pro Stock. Winston. We're looking for a great Strictly Stock feature tonight. Here they come. The green flag is out, and LaRoche and Morin lead him off the turn. Morin gets a little bit crossed up, and LaRoche will edge out. Morin holds second over Pachalski, down on the low side with the 37. Zellman on the high side, Cashman, Zielinski, Mallett, Cram, they're all tight from about 4th on back to around 15th place, as now Cashman in the 17X down low takes the 3rd spot briefly from Pachalski. Pachalski comes right back up high. Mallett's down low. Zielinski right there to contend. It's LaRoche to come around and lead lap number 2. LaRoche and Morgan continue to pace the pack. Morgan down low makes a little contact, and both continue setting the pace with Pachalski now up high. Morgan gets in deep, and there's contact made. We've got LaRoche going around. Morgan is able to continue. A couple of cars going down through the infield. A tough break for LaRoche in the number 10, as Corliss has spun on the back straightaway in the 11th. So while all this is happening, Walt Pachalski becomes the leader with the number 37, picking up the lead on lap number 3, and now running second is Joe Zellman. Rob Morin still running third. Scott Zielinski now looks to the inside of Morin. He runs fourth, and Clinton Cram is just into the top 5 now with car number 21. So it's Pachalski out in front. And our lap car, Bazzaio, gets up, almost makes contact with your leader, and then pulls it into the infield. Barnard is off the pace on the backstretch. Pachalski, Zellman, Zielinski up to third now with the 7. Morin fourth, Clinton Cram 5th, and here comes Cashman down low in the 17X. Steve Drew moving up in traffic in the 17, Russ Hersey, Travis Block, and John Mallett, all in the top 10. From Morin on back to about Muka, maybe even Curley, they're really racing tight. Cram on the high side of Cashman, battle for 5th. The top 3 have really tightened up as well as we watch Pachalski try to fend off Zellman and Zielinski now. Morin holds 4th. Oh, contact between our leaders. The 10 of LaRoche leaking fluid on the racetrack, and the caution comes out. The car number 10 of Bobby LaRoche leaking fluid on the racetrack, and our leaders all got together, and Joe Zellman suffers the worst of that with the 22 as he goes sliding into the infield. And Clinton Cram, running second in points, is running 5th in this race. We're set for green now. Pachalski and Zellman. Here they come. Green flag is out. Pachalski gets a good jump, and coming off turn 4, Zellman will battle for second with Zielinski. Zielinski down low in the number 7. Coming off turn 2, they're side by side. Zellman back on the high side, and big trouble on the back straightaway. Rob Morton, Tom Cashman Jr., and Steve Drew. Drew gets away, yellow flag is out. And amazingly, all three cars involved never even stopped. But you can see that Cashman is heading down pit road. Walt Pachalski and Joe Zellman continue to bring the field around. Pachalski got quite a good start last time, and again this time, Zellman cuts to the low side and settles for second. Green is out. Clinton Graham moves up the outside with the 21, and he's trying to take third from Zielinski now. The 21 of Graham up high, now starting to come to life. Pachalski leads. Zellman second at the line. Zielinski has third, but Graham is right up there to contend. Steve Drew is in the top 5 with the 17, and so is the number 13 of Russ Hersey. Hersey moves by, takes fifth. Trouble off of turn 4. Stevens and Corliss go around. Stevens gets it moving. Corliss down into the infield. Now Pachalski continues to hold off Zellman, and Graham is still running the high side, looking for position number 3. But Zielinski on the low side with the 7 is holding on to that spot, ever so slightly. Hersey holds 5th over Drew, and Travis Block is right there with the 66 Vermont. Pachalski continues to drive a great race, and Zellman as well, doing a great job holding back Zielinski and Graham. Now Zielinski has moved into third. Hersey tucks to the inside of Graham and looks for 4th. Graham back to 5th now for the moment. Real tight action heading into turn number 1. A lapped automobile, the 18 of Stevens down low, and Hersey moves up to 4th. Here comes Drew down low. He'll try to get back into the top 5 with 5 laps to go. Graham gets shuffled all the way back to around 7th now with the 21 on the outside. He moves back up to 6th as he gets back around Travis Block. And trouble in turn 4. Big trouble. Yellow is out. Tire rolling down the front straightaway. You could see that one coming. Going into turn number 3, Mallet and Block got together. Block spun and hit Bill Johnston pretty hard. Lead just 4 to go. Walt Pachalski looking for his first win ever, the number 37. Running second, the 22, Joe's 5, 114. We're set to go back to green now. 4 laps to go in the strictly stock feature event. Green is out. Walt Pachalski leads him off turn 4. Joe Zellman holding second over Scott Zielinski. Russ Hersey trying to crack the top 3 with the 13. He's having another great run in 4th. And Steve Drew now runs just into the top 5 with Clinton Graham right behind him. Drew tries the low side of Hersey. They come together, and around goes Hersey in turn number 2. 2 laps to go. Pachalski gets a challenge from Zellman, and will bring out the yellow flag as Hersey has stalled in turn 2. Now gets it fired back up. Turn number 1, they just got together. Drew was already on the low side. And looked like Clinton Graham might have been pretty close to contact too, but he did a good job avoiding the 2 cars coming together, so he holds his spot. Hershey definitely not pleased with the situation, but it's another one where you really can't blame anybody for it. Just another racing incident. Racing contact. There's really no one that you can blame. It's another one of those incidents, and of course, it always does take its toll, especially in Hershey's case. Drew has been given his spot back because the way we saw it, it was just like I said, contact is made, and that's when the heck can break loose. Custodian that works here, please meet Larry in the office. David, please meet Larry in the office. Green flag is out. Just 3 laps to go for Walt Pachalski. Zellman holds second. Zielinski and Drew have a good battle going for third with less than 2 laps to go. Next time they cross the line, Pachalski, Zellman get to pull away a little bit. Zielinski holds that third spot. And Drew comes right back up on the high side. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Pachalski on his way to a very first victory. Can he hold off Joe Zellman? Zellman will also be looking for his first win. On the back straightaway. Down into turn 3. Pachalski keeps it nice and low. Drifts up a little bit. And now the checkered flag. And your winner, Walt Pachalski.
Good victory lap, and then he'll talk with Mike in victory lane very shortly. Meanwhile, we got some more of these Dick Tracy things to get rid of, and we'd like to have them in your hands, so kids' tickets, 175-119. 175-119.
Here he is for his first win of his career, Walt Pachalski. Excellent. All right, Walt, first win of your career. How does it feel to get your very first win ever?
Boy, wow, about time. I got to thank Chagall Frosty, Mike Speed, Applied Dynamics, Clark Auto Wrecking, Calessa Farms, and the pit crew. Pete, thanks for setting it up.
And your brother-in-law.
My brother-in-law, the crew chief, Big John. About time.
All right, congratulations, Walt Pachalski, first win ever, car number 37. And here's our second place finisher, Joe Zellman. Another great run, came so close to your very first win. That's definitely going to happen soon.
Yeah, we tried everything to get by Walt. He was just going too good. I mean, the guys worked. We blew 2 starters in the car. We didn't run any warm-ups. I mean, the guys worked hard, and they got the car back together. Thank all my sponsors. And if it wasn't for all these guys, we wouldn't be here where we are now.
All right, congratulations, Joe Zellman, your second place finisher. And Scott Zielinski, nice, another consistent run with car number 7 for third. Congratulations.
It really feels good to be back up here. We blew the engine, we've hit the wall, and we've been having bad luck for about 4 weeks straight. I couldn't did it without my brother tonight. He's the only one helping me tonight, and I appreciate it, and I appreciate the help I get from my family in the stands.
All right, Scott Zielinski, your third place finisher in car number 7.
Okay, we've got some more of those ticket stubs. Here they come, looking for green. Stuymus brings them down. 25 laps, a little bumper contact as they come off the turn. Stuymus in hard, he makes contact with Alexander. They all straighten out down the backstretch. Coming down for the lead on lap 1, it'll be Alexander, Shepard, Stuymus, followed by the 91 of Bergeron rather. Then it's Stoney, Fiormonte, and Rio. Stoney skates across the infield. It's still Alexander, Shepard, and Stuymus, Stone, Rio, Bergeron, Barry Gray, Fiormonte. Al Fitzgerald, Danny Stebbins, and Corey Bly. Battle for the lead now, looking for the lead. Here he comes off turn 4. It's going to be Shepard. Shepard, Alexander, and Stone. Look out, the 11 car right in front of your lead car. He almost took it out. That new car almost cleaned out your leader. He's got to fight back to get that lead all over again. Stoney's waiting there. Alexander goes back on top. And it's Stoney, Alexander, Shepard, and Rio. Rio dives low. Alexander trying to hold his line. The old Edstone car and the new Edstone car running side by side now. Stoney going for win number 8 tonight. Here he comes. Stoney beginning to open it up now. For the move on Alexander, trying to take over second. Wheel to wheel into turn 3. They come together. Alexander spins. He fights it back. It comes back up the inside. Moving up on the halfway mark, nothing changes except position. It's Stone, Rio, Alexander, and Shepard in hard. Gray in hard. Glenn Brio, Alexander, Shepard, and Gray. Caution on the racetrack, we lose a tire on the 89. First caution of the evening in this division, and Kevin Stuymus drops the left rear. Not sure he's aware of the fact he may have dropped that. Green on the restart. Rio is into Stone's bumper and taking him down the front chute. It's Stone, Rio, Alexander, Shepard, and Barry Gray. Corey Bly getting in late. And his black flag. Stoney, 10 to go now, 10 to go. Battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Alexander gets away from Shepard. Shepard trying to get away from Gray. Stoney and Brio running away. Alexander trying to hold his position, and that's going to keep everybody behind him. There's the break. Alexander in hard. Sparks fly. Shepard has third. Sweeps underneath. Here comes Barry Gray. Can't get the nose in. Down the backstretch. It's going to be Stoney, Brio, Shepard, Alexander, and Gray. Fitzgerald, Bergeron, and Biomondi. Five to go this time. 5 to go. Stone with a comfortable lead. Shepard holding third pretty nicely. Here's the battle for fourth. Off turn 4, Gray and Alexander. Here's the battle again. Barry Gray underneath Alexander for fourth, and he's got it. To go for Stoney, 2 laps to go for Glenn Brio, 2 to go for Roger Shepard. White flag, 1 lap, Stoney on his way. Checkers for Ed Stone, win number 8. Glenn Brio second, Roger Shepard third, Barry Gray fourth, Kirk Alexander fifth. He'll shut her down and climb out in the second for his 8th victory lane as he continues to extend his point lead here in this late model division. Congratulations from car owner Steve Brio. And here's your winner tonight, Ed Stone. Well, Ed, we were commenting tonight, there was a few extra cars in the class, but it didn't seem to deter you very much.
No, but I'm glad to see them here. I hope they come more often, you know. We need some cars in this division. And I want to thank Joe Bean Auto Body. Buddy Cram owns that company, and he really helps us out. Without him, we wouldn't be here. And Aldrich Automotive. And I want to congratulate Eddie Brio. Glenn came in second again. That's good. He's running good. And Roger Shepard, he's doing good, too. So.
Good run for Ed Stone, win number 8. Do it this many times, there's not much left to say. Hurry up, Michael. Somewhere in this mass of people is the driver. And we need to talk to him. Okay. There he is. Wade our way in here. Hi, Glenn. I thought you were here somewhere. Good run tonight. The Oldsmobile seemed to hold up.
Oh, yes, it ran real great. We started to lose a little bit of the handle at the end. The tires are getting kind of old. Hopefully we'll be able to screw some new ones on. These ones are 2 or 3 weeks old, but that's no excuse. The car runs real good on used tires. We like to run like that. But without all the help from like a lot of sponsors that we get, the Galley Restaurant, you know, Hebert Racing Engines, Toy Town Auto Salvage, D&Z Design, it's really a great help. I want to thank all the fans for coming out today. It's really a great thing to have all the people sitting here watching.
And a good run for Glenn Brio, good rookie run, keeps him on top of that rookie challenge. And Roger Shepard, you had an awful tough break there up front early on.
Well, yeah, it was a little disappointing to see those guys get by me, but we were running good tonight. The car was going great. We're happy with the third. It's our first time up here this year.
That's true. You've had 4th and 5ths, and you haven't quite been in victory lane, but We got 4 races left this year.
I'm ready for a 5th right now.
I don't think he means a 5th race either. Roger Shepard, your 3rd finisher, and a good run for him.
Ball and Monteith start off in the top 5, and they're set. On the backstretch, Batchelder is your pace setter. Here they come. Green flag is out, and to the line, it's Batchelder. Bateman right alongside as they head through turns 1 and 2 and on the backstretch. And the 17 will move out, coming around to lead lap number 1. Batchelder tries to hold second. Ball and Rudolph are right there to contend. Ball gets the move on the outside, gets a little squirrely, gets loose coming off turn 4, and loses a spot to Rudolph. Now Rudolph will try to head to the outside. Bateman, meanwhile, gets a really big advantage right off the bat. As Batchelder holds second, here comes Ball back up to the outside. This time, Monteith is right behind him, and he's bound to move up with the 85. Now this time, Ball gets by safely. As into turn 1, Monteith tucks into 3rd. Marquis is all the way up to 4th now with the 73, and Batchelder slips a couple to 5th. Here comes Rudolph on the outside, and he'll move into the top 5 with the 38. Bateman with a sizable lead. Passing flag for Marr in the 87. It's Bateman, Ball, Monteith, Marquis, Rudolph, Batchelder, Stone, Jarvis, Kennedy, Avery, and we've got trouble on the back straightaway. One car has gone around and gets hit. It is Rusty Ball in the number 20, who was running in the 2nd position. Didn't see exactly what sparked that one. Rusty Ball spins while running 2nd with the 20. And gets hit by the 33 of TJ Small. Both cars pull away as Ball heads down pit road. And you can see heavy right side image, especially sheet metal, to the 33. And Monteith has been put to the rear now. Laps complete in this 35-lap event. Jack Bateman was off to a pretty good start. He had a huge lead right off the bat, and now he'll have to put up with Jerry Marquis, who's moved into 2nd already with the 73, and they're bound to have it out once we get back to green. They're set. Bateman gets a good jump. Green flag is out. Marquis tucks right back to the outside with the 73, and on the back straightaway and into turn 3, looks like he's going to get the spot. Let's see who's got it at the line, and it's Marquis. Off turn 2, he gets a good bite, and now is in the lead for good. Moving up through traffic is Dwight Jarvis. He's up to 4th now with the 28. And Ed Stone having a great run, rounds out the top 5 now with a 94. Marquis, Bateman, Rudolph, Jarvis, Ed Stone, Ed Kennedy, Batchelder, here comes Pinkham, Avery, Monteith, and Owen. Jarvis has now moved into 3rd with the 28 as he finds a way around Zone Rudolph. Marquis now getting away with a sizable advantage in the 73. He's in turn 1 while Bateman just crosses the line with Jarvis right on his tail. And the yellow is out for a multi-car incident in turn number 1. Turns 1 and 2 is where the action is. Looks like Ed Stone got sideways, and Pinkham had nowhere to go and spun, and everybody else, Houghton looked like was involved with a 3. Jarvis and Rudolph, Kennedy and Pinkham. Monteith and Avery and Batchelder and Houghton, here they come. Green flag is out, and at the line, it's Marquis leading him off turn 2, and we've got Houghton with a problem in car 3. He drops off the pace. Bateman holds off Jarvis for that second spot. Boyd's probably saying, not for long, as they'll try to move in. Rudolph holds 4th over Kennedy and Monteith. Here comes Jarvis now to the outside of Bateman. He's got 2nd. Just like that, White is up to 2nd now. Halfway mark this time for Marquis as he gets challenged by Jarvis. And a spin on the front stretch. Doug Rudolph goes around with a 38. And that brings out a caution on lap 17. Doug Rudolph there's another one I didn't catch, but I'm learning about it pretty fast. As it appears, Kennedy did indeed tap around Rudolph. Single file restart. No, wait a minute. It is a single file restart, but not this lap. I'd say that I know as much as you guys do out there. I guess it's not a single file restart, even though that's what it was originally supposed to be. We'll go back to double file now, and Marquis Jarvis will share the front row. Here they come. Green flag is out, and a little contact is made. Monteith gets slowly. Bateman gets into Jarvis a little bit. Avery is up to 5th now with a 9 as he is able to take advantage of all that. Marquis and Jarvis will lead him down into turn 1. Jarvis gives Marquis a little tap on the bumper. As now, Bateman, Kennedy, and Avery run 3rd, 4th, and 5th with Monteith in 6th, running the high side with the 85. Now Jarvis finds room to the low side, and Marquis cannot make the move stick. Marquis will hold on coming off turn 4 and at the line. Jarvis again looks low. Townsend spins over in turn 4, gets it going, and Marquis continues to hold off Jarvis. From the rear of the 85, that might create a problem as the top 2 cars continue to battle. Marquis doing a fine job holding off Jarvis as smoke continues to pour out of the Monteith car. Jarvis tries the outside but cannot make the move. Marquis will hold him off on lap 23. So about 12 laps to go now. Jarvis again tries high, and they'll work around John Byrne this time. Byrne gets out of the way. Good move on the part of the 14, as they'll come up on Ray Townsend and John Cole in no time. Cole moves over like he should, and Townsend will do the same. So, there is clear sailing ahead for Marquis. But behind, there is Jarvis, and he is coming on strong. A smoky Monteith moves to the outside of Kennedy, trying to get the 4th spot. Kennedy dives in on Bateman, trying to take 3rd. So 3rd through 5th are pretty tight now. Marquis down low, Jarvis moves up high and still cannot make the move. Less than 5 laps to go. Can Jerry hold on, or will it be Dwight? Only time will tell. They come up on Pinkham, the 16th. And Jarvis will try to get back down low. They make contact. Marquis gets all out of shape, and now Jarvis has the problem. And Jarvis with a problem. Goes up the racetrack in turn 4. You could see that one coming, and unfortunately for Jarvis, it's a tough break for him. Rear end. Well, he's guaranteed a top 10, we'll tell you that much, but this event has gone by pretty quickly. Okay, so we've got the field back in line, and this time we'll look for a green. Marquis, Bateman, Kennedy, Monteith, and Avery. Green flag is out, and into turn 1 goes Marquis. Bateman holds 2nd over Kennedy, and 4th is Monteith with Avery 5th. 2 laps to go for Marquis this time, as Rudolph gets a little swirly in turn 4, and Jarvis picks up another spot. White flag is out this time for Marquis. And here comes the checker. Marquis will take another win this season in car number 73.
And Jerry will have a minute or 2 to get everything unstrapped and taken off. We've got a 50-50 raffle for him to do some drawing and everything else. So let's see what happens. Jack Bateman pulled off the 2nd spot after a good run. Keeps working his way to the front with 4 weeks to go. And here he is, Jerry Marquis. Been a long wait for number 5.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's one of those days of mixed reaction. You've had some ups and downs since winning the Wickham race.
Yeah, it's been quite a time here. We've been having a tough time with the car and finally got it around a little bit, but it seems to be going all right.
That was a good run, I thought, and you're here again. That should help with the Northeast points.
Yeah, it should. I hope so.
Okay, Jerry Marquis, your winner. Okay, let's move up to Jack Bateman. Folks, there's some people who would like to hear. Let's keep it down, please. If you can't be nice, don't say anything. Jack Bateman. Let's let Jack have someone hear him. Show a little sportsmanship, please. Jack, you had a good run tonight.
Well, the car was going a little bit better, but, at least we were able to keep the air in the tires this week.
That makes a big difference when you're racing on these big balloons.
Yeah, it sure does. We were kind of slipping and sliding, but we were able to stay.
A good run, and it seems like you keep working your way to the front just a little bit more.
Well, I hope so. Maybe we can get all the way to the front.
It'd be nice. It's been a while since you've been in Victory Lane here.
Yeah, it is. I think 1979 was the last time we were in Victory Lane.
Well, it sounds like you're due. Let's move along. Second finish for Jack Bateman. And Ed Kennedy, the old Zero's working its way up to the front, too.
Yeah, not too bad tonight. We got our spare motor in here. It really doesn't have that much horsepower, but, it came through the chassis real good. I had a little problem down here. Get his name there, come down on top of me there, and he went around. I think he thinks I put him out, but I didn't do it on purpose during the caution. Hit the right front.
Now, tell me something. You say you got a third finish. This isn't really a horsepower track, is it?
If you would ask me, yeah. You give me all the horsepower you can give me, I'll take it. Anybody here who wants to get away with any, I'll take it.
Give away any. Third finisher for Ed Kennedy. We have some money to give away here. We have a 50-50. Jason Davis and Chris Hasbrook. Here they come. They get it squared away. Off turn 4. Here's the green. Pollard slides it into turn 1. Loses it. Brings it back. Clayton gets a boot from Davis and goes ahead. Up the inside comes Smith. They've got them stacked up 3-4 wide. Who's going to come out on top? It'll be Clayton. Pollard. Hasbrook. Then it's Alexander and Davis, and Alexander gets loose and almost lost his position. Pollard down inside, holds that horse sob tight and holds second. Alexander working inside Hasbrook. He wants a win. He's got a point lead and he wants to keep it. He gets up inside the sob. Can't race him down the straightaway. Pollard takes it in and straightens it out. It's Clayton, Pollard, Alexander, Hasbrook, and Blackmore, Davis, Smith, and DeRozier. And here comes Lashaway in 11. Trouble in turn 2. The 33 of Cody spins, sits, waits, backs it to the inside of the track, waiting for a caution, and the field rumbles by. And Cody's BMW will sit there. Here's your leader. And now he gets the caution. It'll be Kevin Clayton, Pollard. Here they come. Looking for green. They've got it. On the outside. Pollard trying to push that sob high in turn 2. Clayton doesn't give him the big part he needs. Now it's Pollard down to the outside. Clayton down to the right line, rides up and opens the door inside for Alexander and closes it just as fast. Blackmore moves up to 4th. Hasbrook back to 5th. Once again, Pollard tries the outside on Clayton. Clayton pushes him up the banking, drops low to protect the inside. Pollard stays right there with him and takes him down into 2. It's Pollard on the high side, Clayton on the low side, Blackmore moving up on the outside. This time, Pollard's in hard, but it drifts way up the banking, and Pollard's out of the picture. Pollard brings it back. Blackmore's way up the banking, and he loses a spot. Comes right back off turn 2 and moves back into 5th. It's Clayton, Alexander, Hasbrook, Pollard, Blackmore, look out, and Davis. Davis is in trouble. He collects Smith. He collects Hasbrook, and he collects his race car. And loses about 5 spots. Kevin Clayton trying to hang on for his first win of the year, and he's not yet halfway. Beef Alexander works the outside, trying to get off turn 2 and use the banking to move up down the backstretch. He does. Clayton takes him high, drops low to protect the inside. Blackmore's back up to third on the outside off turn 2. Kevin Blackmore looking for his second win. They've got Clayton. Here's Alexander at the halfway mark, and he's got the lead. What a cluster of race cars going in, and the man who comes up short is the 27. It's Alexander. Blackmore is in trouble. He catches Chafee and just gets tapped by the 89. And here goes a 1 and a 27 across the infield. And who went in the pits? Jason Davis takes a 73 into the pits for win number 2 in the season. He's got Hasbrook on the outside. He's got Clayton on his bumper. Here's the green. Alexander holds a low line. Hasbrook can't quite get it off the turn. They ride it up off the backstretch. Down into turn 4. Leading the lap, it'll be Alexander, Hasbrook, Clayton, Smith, and Pollard. And at least for the moment, everything seems to have stabilized a little bit. Blackmore trying to come up out of the pack, out of the back of the pack, works around Cody. Beef Alexander and Chris Hasbrook break away from Ron Smith and Kevin Clayton and Pollard. Lashaway's there in the 11 and Anaki in the 4 is beginning to work the outside. Pollard back to 5th, Anaki 6th, Clayton 7th, DeWitt Davis 8th, then it's Fournier 9th and Blackmore 10th. The battle up front is going to be Alexander, Land, Hasbrook, Smith, and Lashaway. With just 2 laps to go, will Beef hold on? It's going to be a battle, 2 to go. Blackmore overheating, pulls the 12 in. He won't finish. They work up on Charlie Lawrence with the white flag out. Alexander, Hasbrook, Ronnie Smith, and Lashaway with Anaki. Who's it going to be? Alexander brings it down off turn 4. It's Alexander for his second win of the year. Hasbrook and Lashaway may have slipped into 3rd. Yep. The Pro Stock main event, 100 laps in the Winston 100. The race.
Stock feature event. All right, this ought to pad your point lead going into next week and gives you a better shot at the championship this year.
Yeah, it helps a lot, and the car's running great tonight. We got a new engine in last week, broke a cam in half. Tonight we got a new cam in, she's running great. I'd like to thank my sponsors that stuck with me, Alexander Sheet Metal and Troy Dyna, and the owner of the car, Kelson Clayton.
All right, congratulations, Beef Alexander, your winner in the mini stock feature event. As we move down to our second place finisher, Chris Hasbrook. Excellent run. Almost had your first win ever. Came pretty close.
I try keep staying ahead. So.
Any sponsor you'd like to thank for this great run?
Pelamato. They're helping me out a lot with the car, and I like to thank them a lot.
All right, congratulations, Chris Hasbrook, your second place finisher, and Chris Lashaway behind the wheel of the Fred Bell number 11. How's this car run?
It doesn't run any stronger than any other one, but it handles a lot nicer.
All right, and great run for the third spot.
Sure, I'd like to thank Fred for letting me drive it tonight.
Okay, congratulations, Chris Lashaway, your third place finisher in car number 11. The Winston 100 is next.
Next Friday night, the Budweiser King of Beers. Fireworks. Oh, by the way, there's no extra charge. All right. They're starting to charge right now as we get set for the Winston 100. Here they come. Weaver rings them down. Looking for green. Caution on the racetrack. It's not a good start. Let's see what happens now. Beckwith gets banged up as everybody thumps and thumps. They were told in their written instructions for the race that they had to be dead even on the start. No hanging back. And Joe Mayette comes up on the short end of that as everybody hits the binders instead of driving through the start-finish line and letting off in turns 1 and 2. Alsop and Beckwith. Russo, Rugg. The 37 is Colson, 13 is Craig Karen, 27 is Boniface, and the 9 is Batchelor. Pick your winner. Rollins and Goodenough. Fiandaca leads them in. Here they come. Looking for a nice even start, and there it is. Matt Weaver, Herb Drug, look out. We've got a pile up over in turn 4, and who's in it? Turn 1. Look out. Bob Rudd gets turned around as he comes for a stop. Marquis, Mayette, and Mowry. Mayette goes into the pit. Mowry pulls away. Marquis is going into the pit. Put down. Here they come. Here they come. Weaver and Drug. Good start. Everybody on the gas. Weaver gets away, Druggy goes second, Alsop third, then it's Brousseau and Boniface. No change up front. Now Alsop's in trouble. Brousseau moves up. Alsop holds position, Boniface on the outside. Bucky Karen works the outside of everybody. Goes by his son Craig. Works up on Fiandaca. Weaver holds on. Then it's Brousseau to second. Drug third. Boniface fourth. Rollins fifth. Alsop, Batchelor, Fiandaca, Colson, Karen, Goodenough, and Beckwith. Then Whipple. Batchelor trying to move up the outside now. Karen looking for the fastest lane through the corners. He wants to get underneath Colson. Brousseau starting to put pressure on Weaver. It's Weaver, Brousseau, Boniface, Rollins, and Drug. Batchelor, Alsop, Karen, Fiandaca, Karen, Goodenough, and Colson. Weaver holding on. Good run so far. Rollins and Boniface starting to turn the wick up. There's Brousseau. No problem. The Karens working the outside as they move through the pack. Weaver, Boniface, Brousseau, Rollins, and Batchelor now. Trouble in turn 4. Dave Knight spins the 10. Here's the caution as the lead cars come through. This lap counts. And here they come. Weaver and Boniface got to get squared away. There's the green and we're off again. top of turn 2. Let's see if everybody gets on the brakes okay. They do. Russo had a bad start and got caught up on the high side trying to get it restarted, and now he finally does, but he must have missed a gear on the start or something. Here they come, Boniface, and they get away quickly. Rollins slips underneath. Druggy gets a bad start. Beckwith comes up through. Whoa! Around goes Rusty Ball, and he'll back it to the edge of the track for a caution. Look out! Nipper Alsop and Pete Monadnock on the front straightaway. Of course, you know, after the race, they can tell you who they followed every single lap, but when they line up, they pretend they don't know. Here they come. When they come up here, they tell us they know where they're behind. Here they come. It'll be Boniface, Rollins, and Batchelor. Karen up to 5th, Monadnock on the outside, and 6th, and it's Beckwith. Boniface, your leader, with Rollins. Batchelor, Karen down the inside, slides up in front of one other car, and Craig Karen spins it out on the inside of turn 4. Craig Karen wisely gets back on the gas rather than hold up the race. Here he goes. He'll catch him. He's got a lot of time. Boniface, Rollins, Batchelor, Karen, Monadnock, Weaver, and Beckwith. Drug and good enough. Craig Karen playing catch-up. Boniface holding Rollins behind him. Rollins and Batchelor trying to set him up. If they can stay green for a while, this could be a runaway for about 5 cars. Trouble with the 00 Whipple. He comes to a stop up near the top of the turn and pulls it off the top of turn 4. The field goes by. And that will bring out another caution. Field getting wound up. Here they come. Rollins and Boniface on their way. There's the green. Boniface holds the lead down the backstretch. Rollins on the outside. Batchelor trying to slide in there and grab it away. Rollins stays way to the outside. Way outside. Rollins runs the high side off turn 2, and he's got it by a wheel. Rollins and Boniface down into turn 4. Rollins gets off turn 4 and takes the lead. One more caution. This time it's Craig Karen and Bruce Batchelor Jr. in turn 4. Looking for the green. There it is, Rollins and Boniface. rotation. Rollins, Bachelor, Boniface, Viandaca, Karen, and Goodenough. And caution again for a spinning number 10. Once again, Dave Knight loops the 10, this time off turn 2 into the infield. Nipper Alsop still having trouble with the 7. Takes it quickly around the racetrack. Here they come. Rollins will start them off. Pete Viandaca, Boniface, and Karen, your top 5. Goodenough, Weaver, Drug, Raymond, and Beckwith, your top 10. Then it's Colson, Gary Knight, and Rusty Ball. Roger Raymond picks off a couple and moves up to 7th. Working his way toward the front. Rollins hangs in there for the lead. Bachelor right on his bumper. Viandaca just waiting for a hole to open. Lap traffic as they go around Bob Rugg and move up on Kevin Brew. In the books with 40 to go. Look out, trouble. Nate Harrison and Robin Bowery just avoid a bad crash. Look out, Gary Knight spins out. And a caution comes out for the 8th. Well, Gary Knight spins out to bring out the 7th caution of the day on lap 61. Ready to restart in lap 63. Here they come. Trying to get a nose underneath, can't quite do it. Here's Bachelor trying to set him up again, no luck. Once more, Bachelor's right up there, pushes the car hard. He's got a wheel inside, pushes him out of the way as Bayet spins. And Mike Bachelor takes the lead on lap 65. It's Bachelor, Rollins, and Viandaca. Boniface, Karen, and Goodenough. Karen trying to work to the inside of Boniface, and he may do it this time. Boniface on the brakes and holds his spot. Karen down inside, no luck. Mike Bachelor beginning to open up a margin now. Karen inside Bachelor again. Bachelor almost lost Boniface as he slid hard into turn 2. Here's Karen on the brakes. Whoa, little tap there. Rob Goodenough on Karen's bumper. Caution again as Rusty Ball and Junior Colson spin. Harrison, 14th is Brousseau, and 15th is the 77 if he hasn't lost a lap. Brousseau runs up the outside. Boy, did he jump quick make it. Wow. And Mike Russo may not have paid off on that jump. He's getting banged around by Junior Golson. Up front, it's Batchelor, Rollins, Bianca, Boniface, Karen, and Goodenough with Raymond. Bianca trying to work the inside on Rollins. Bianca gets down inside Rollins in turn 4. Bianca's still there. Whoa, caution on the racetrack. We've got Junior, somebody in the wall. The Service Master machine, Matt Weaver. Matt Weaver in the 69 collects the wall going down pit road. Rollins, Bianca, Boniface, and Karen. And here come a couple of guys out of the back of the pack, not waiting for the green. Didn't do them any good. Rollins, Bianca, Boniface has got tire problems and he's fighting it. Rob Goodenough right on Bucky Carrick's back bumper. Boniface is going to have to nurse the 27. He's got tire that's not holding up for him. Rob Goodenough all over Carrick's back bumper. Carrick trying to get high around Boniface. Boniface protecting his flank, and he's holding everybody up. Every time Karen taps Boniface, Goodenough taps Karen. $16 to go. Mike Batchelor, Brent Rollins, and Pete Bianca, top 3. 85 down, 15 to go. Boniface is 4th, Karen is 5th. Goodenough on the brakes going in. Now they've got about 6 or 7 laps in, the tires are beginning to work again. Rollins trying to keep Bianca behind him. Now Karen almost had a shot at getting inside Boniface, and he's got it. He tries to stay right there down the backstretch. Meanwhile, in front of them, Karen and Boniface bang together off turn 4. Karen works underneath. Boniface comes back on the outside. That's the battle for 4th. Here is your lead cars. Karen is by Boniface now. Goodenough's trying to get in there. So is Roger Raymond and Herb Drog. Meanwhile, your leader is Batchelor with Rollins, Bianca. Laps down to 90. Mike Batchelor's got to hang in there. Bianca dropping back slightly. Karen, Goodenough into the back of Boniface. They work around Dave Knight up front. The second batch of cars around Jim Byette. Mike Batchelor looking for a $2,000 payday here. Rob Goodenough trying to take over that 5th spot. Punky was not a happy camper. Dave Knight spun and took him out of 4th place, and Punky just came right back and nailed him. And Dave's coming right back to nail him back, so you better keep your eye on him. Here it comes. By the way, they were told in the pits that they were fighting, they were thrown out, period. Right away and finish under green as they get the field lined up. Here they come. Mike Batchelor, Brett Rollins, Pete Biandaca. Look out. They all want to go, and look at them in the back, banging on each other. Oh, my golly. They got to wait for the green, and they weren't doing it. Rusty Ball gets around Herb Drug, maybe, for 7th place. Batchelor, Rollins, Biandaca, Boniface, and Goodenough. And once again, Dave Nice having trouble with a 10. 2 laps to go. Smoke of spinning cars. Here's the white flag. White flag. Batchelor, Rollins, Biandaca. Coming down for the checkers. Here's a $2,000 payday for Mike Batchelor. Brett Rollins, Pete Biandaca, Boniface, Goodenough. Raymond is 7th. 6th, 7th is Ball, 8th is Drug. And that finishes up. Your winner is Mike Batchelor.
In the Winston 100, the defending champion of the event, Brett Rollins, has an excellent run to finish in the 2nd spot with car number 12, and Pete Biandaca, the 135, comes home 3rd, and Dave will talk with all 3 of them in just a moment.
Batchelor brings it around for the 2nd time this year. Brett Rollins, the defending champion, winds up 2nd. Pete Biandaca steady as he goes to take 3rd. And in a moment, there are going to be a whole flock of guys from Perkinsville. I think the entire town coming down to see Mike. Big smile for Bert Gould. That's the one you'll probably see in the Speedway scene. Give him a chance to get out, guys. All right, let's bring him out of here. Gonna take that steering wheel off. A little kiss from Mrs., so to speak. Now let's welcome your Winston 100 winner, Mike Batchelor. Well, Michael, if you had to have a 2nd win this year, I guess this is the one, huh?
Yeah, I'm really glad. We worked hard for it, and everybody just hung right in there, and we came back and did it.
You certainly did. Good crew to work for, huh?
Oh, great crew. I can't say enough about them. They just worked really hard for me.
How about your sponsors? A lot of help from those guys this year?
Oh, we've had an awful lot of help, and we're really thankful for it. They've all just come through when we needed them, and we're glad to be here for them.
Well, this will help buy a couple of new tires. I think these guys are pretty well spent by the looks.
Yeah, I think they've had enough.
We'll put them out to pasture. Your winner, Mike Batchelor, tonight's Winston 100 victor. And it's too bad you couldn't defend your championship on your birthday, Brett, but I don't think that's going to stop the party any with a 2nd place finish.
No, I'm pretty happy with that. We were probably the fastest car here the first 50 laps, and then got kind of loose, you know. Lucky to hold on for 2nd. Me and Pete had a good race. Mike did a super job. I'd like to thank my crew, my sponsors, Texas Engine, George's Mobile Glass, PB Pine, New England Muffler and Brake. Can't complain with 2nd on a night like tonight.
A good run and a good 2nd for your 2nd place finisher. And Peter, boy, it was happening all around you tonight.
Yeah, we messed that little guy up in the 7 there. We got caught on his bumper and messed him up a bit. But, you know, luckily the yellow was out when that happened there, and Monk was the only one that really got by us.
Well, it was a good run. It's been real consistent this year, Peter.
Yeah, I think we're the best car that don't win, you know.
Good run for for third for Pete Fiandaca.